I that suffer for your sake, oh, love so dear. I wish that I were going with you and you were staying here. The blackest crow that ever flew, I wish could turn to eye. If ever I prove false to you, bright day would turn to night. Bright day would turn to night, my love, the elements would mourn. If ever I prove false to you, the seas would rage and storm. And when you're away on a distant shore, think of absent friends. And when the wind blows high and clear, a light to me pray send. And when the wind blows high and clear, your love pray send to me, so that I know when you return how distant it may be.
Ladies and gentlemen, broadcasting to you live in front of a small studio audience from... Okay. Broadcasting to you live in front of absolutely nobody from a small flat chair in southern Germany. Please welcome your host, this guy.
This guy!
I was a bachelor, young and bold. I follow the Rowan train, and the only thing I ever done wrong was I courted a handsome maid. I wooed her all summer times and part of the winter too. And the only thing I ever done wrong was to keep off the foggy dew. The sun one night about 12 o'clock, as I lay fast asleep, there came this maid to my bedside, and bitterly she did weep. When she moaned and she tore her hair, and she cried, "What shall I do?" So I rolled her to bed and covered up her head, for to keep off the foggy dew. And all the first part of the night we did sport and play, and all the latter part of that night shook in my arms she lay. When the broad daylight appeared, she cried, "Yep, I'm done." Well, hold your tongue, my pretty young girl, for the foggy dew has gone. Never told nobody a name, and it's damned be if I do. But it's oftentimes that I think on that night that I kept off the foggy dew. Good evening, hi! Which apparently has become my intro now, because I can't think of anything else. Don't burn yourselves boiling hot water for tea, it kills a... Yeah, it does. Rika, I can only offer to blow on your finger, virtually. But yeah, burning yourself with hot water is awful. That's how this arm got to. I can't see it in the lighting. Perfect. But in the older streams, you can see my entire arm, especially that one, burned to bits because of hot water and hot oil and my job. Anyways, hi. Just my left hand, and I still can have all kinds of fun. Perfect. Hi, Bloomish. Hi. It wouldn't be a Metwatch stream if something didn't go wrong. Completely forgot to turn on my my song list again. Chefing Burns. It does.
Madness. And time to have funny words. Pfefferminz tea. Worfnotten. Gibberish. Caninchin Kotal. And an old favourite, Entin Groots.
Gibberish is sort of alright. Pfefferminz tea. Worfnotten. One day we'll teach that bot German so he can finally say things properly. Entin Groots. Ooh, I need... I cleaned up my room recently. And I think I put all my spare banjo stands in the other room again. Nah, that would be so. Well, on the other hand, when we teach the bot German, then all the other incoming subs would sound absolutely awful because it's a German bot trying to speak English, which I don't know what would be the funnier one. But I think when it's every time that the bot reads awful English and German, I think it's gonna get quite repetitive. I requested the hard one first to get it out, by the way. Now let me have a brief look for my stands and let me get my bass and all that stuff for In the Pines. Please don't break my stream in the meantime. I'll be gone for a bit, but please don't break anything. Please. Now where's my stuff? Have I still got it around here somewhere? I don't think so. Damn it. Oh, I'm stupid. I hit my lamp again, for goodness sake. Now it turns out I'm... You can even see them here. I especially put them there, just for that occasion that I need to play In the Pines. Oh dear. I should never clean up my room because it just messes with my head where things usually are. Which normally is everywhere. Here we go, opening the things one-handed. There we are. You know what? I rarely ever use the strap on the bass. So, let me just rip that off. Maybe we can use it somewhere else. Perfect. So we don't have a dangling thing on there anymore. Yeet. Stuff, where art thou? Where art thou, stuff? Oh, let me be smart for once and... Ha-ha. Oh yeah. You go there, you go there. Dee. Ugh. Where is Madonna? Because that A is awful. Yeah. It's a quarter tone sharp, that's why. Yeah. Da 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 da. Ooh, Shanghai as well. Nice. You know, while we already done, let me put in Northumbria as well. Northumbria. In the pines where the sun don't ever shine, I'll shiver when I throw my tissues in the bin. Oh, I need to practice that. Hopefully I can remember that when I need it. Gonna need the microphone. Gonna need my loop station at number 12, is it? Yeah. D, and I need my jack. That jack. The bass, are you in tune? Because I don't know. That's a note, definitely. But is it a good one? That's an E, A, an acceptable D, and a G. Ah. Yeah. It's the first part of the loop, so we can always retry it. Acceptable D. I wasn't even thinking of anything rude there. Yeah, no, well, that's an acceptable D. I've had better, I've had worse, but yeah, gotta take what you can take, huh? At least you've got a pretty face. It's not rude if the D is acceptable. If the D is acceptable, though. Nah, I think it's still a bit rude, especially if you're standing there for the very first time. Yeah, acceptable, I guess. That'll do. And you just stand. It's all I have. I'm talking about this D, of course. Oh, Jesus. I should stop talking and start playing before we derail into not quite PG stuff. Oh, sure, okay. If you say it that way, then it's rude. Of course. Isn't doesn't anything I say at some point turn into something rude? I mean, it's just my mindset. I think when you work in the kitchen for some time, you definitely get a more ruder mindset. Half Yorker, half press, hello, hi. Let's see how hard we can butcher In the Pines. Yeah. Let me get my mind out of the gutter, or rather the gutter out of my mind. Gutter, get out of my mind. Oh dear. In the Pines, here we go. Little girl, don't you lie to me. Tell me, where did you sleep last night? In the pines, where the sun now never shine. I'll shiver when the cold winds blow. Her daddy was a railroad man, killed a mile and a half from here. His head was found in the driver's wheel. His body was never found. In the pines, where the sun now never shine. I'll shiver when the cold winds blow. Longest train I ever did saw passed over the Georgia line. The engine passed at 6 o'clock, the cab passed by at 9. In the pines, where the sun down never shine. I'll shiver when the cold winds blow. I asked the driver for the time of day. Said he threw his watch away. In the pines, where the sun now never shine, I'll shiver when the cold winds blow. Little girl, where did you go? You were going to where the cold winds blow. In the pines, where the sun don't never shine, I'll shiver the whole night through. Little girl, what have I done? What makes you treat me so? You've caused me to weep and you've caused me to moan. You've caused me to lose my home. In the pines, where the sun now never shine, I'll shiver the whole night through. I would not be here today, but the same old train that brought me here will soon take me away. In the pines, where the sun now never shine, I'll shiver when the cold winds blow. Little girl, don't you lie to me? Tell me, where did you sleep last night? In the pines, where the sun now never shine, I'll shiver when the cold winds blow. In the pines, where the sun now never shine, I'll shiver the whole night through. I survived the pines. Yay! I do not need to shiver the whole night through. Yay! One clap. Thank you, Rika. Thank you, Bloomers. Mucho claphead. Thank you, Midi. Thank you, Anna Manson. Thank you, Jacques. Thank you, Press. Some expert loopage. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Kali. Can I remember how they go? And with a mighty Kalu and on his winged something or other. Now let me do a quick clean up again after In the Pines of the mess that In the Pines seems to create. Let me put on some reverb and yeah. Oh, by the way, have you seen my banjo has grown a mustache finally? Pines where the sun will never shine, and I'll shiver when the cold winds blow. Da, 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 da. There we are. And there we are. Woo! Slash banjo. Da, da, da. I cannot do commands. Let me see if I. Maybe it's that? No. Nope. It doesn't work. I've written down a list of things I want to talk about again, but none of them would really fit right now. So I'm going to postpone them for later. So it isn't just abrupt. Anyway, you know that thing I did the other day would be a bit abrupt. Ooh, Lowlands of Holland, yes. Yeah. At this point, I'm somewhat regretting putting so many songs that I don't actually have on my stream in the song list program. I'm thinking of cleaning that up a little, but not deleting the songs. Which is there a way where I can see how many songs there are? Yeah, right. It says it right there at the top. 85. Of course it says it right there. Say not low, hi. How art thou? How art thou doing? Dee 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 dee. The Lowlands of Holland was in G minor, I think. D D Johnny Kentucky, Lowlands of Holland. Yeah, G minor. Capo fourth. D D D D D D. Should I? Yeah, let me give it a quick tune because I can't be trusted to tune my banjo by ear. That's slightly sharp. Yeah. Let me put in some reverb and then Zanvi Garbage with the low Highlands of Holland.
A button for pushing. Your streams bring me much happiness, thank you, may they long continue. Me too's heart, also bang-wagoning to teach the bot, eine kleine Meerschweinchen.
Bloomers! Bloomers! Thank you very much. Oh, streams bring me much happiness. Oh, thank you so much, Bloomers. Bandwagoning to ein kleine Meerschweinchen. Are we gonna measure something? It says in a. It does. No, I especially with the SCH, like in school, that it would say Meerschweinchen, but it actually says Meerschweinchen. It's see, the bot is learning. thinking of any other things the bot would say weirdly, but currently I can't think of any. Space Maria, hello and Happy New Year to you as well. Hi, how art thou doing? How are you? Hope you made it well into the new year, the new 2020. And have at least kept some of your New Year's resolutions and not just abandoned them immediately like everybody else. Streichholzschächtel or tschechische Streichholzschächtelchen. Maybe that one. That's one to try for the next time. I'm wondering how it would pronounce that. Streichholzschächtelchen. I've got no idea. No idea.
Find out. Streichholzschächtelchen and again. Streichholzschächtelchen.
Streichholzschächtelchen. That's even worse than I thought. Streichholzschächtelchen. It's like when the bot has something in their mouth and is trying to sneeze. Streichholzschächtelchen. And Bloomers, thank you for the 100 bits. Thank you. Or he's just absolutely lost control of his lips halfway through the word. He's trying his best. Yeah, I'm gonna say it right.
seven stroke, every
still and be content. There are mad lads in Galloway and need no settlement. Oh, there is Maine in Galloway, there's Maine and all for me. For I never loved her soul but one, and she is drowned in the sea. At some point I should clean the neck of my banjo again. Because whenever you see me do this, it's because I'm rubbing off like dust and grime that's collected on the neck. I will try again. Thank you, Reka. Thank you, Doug. Thank you, Maria. Taps her fingers, smiles on the table. The Chinese tea ceremony way. Ladies and gentlemen, right now, live on your computer. Thank you, Bloop. Thank you, Elementon. Just sit smiling intentionally, like really. Again, coming to my pod join the table. Didn't that already just come up? I think I need to tame the shouted for my Discord somewhat. Because all I seem to be seeing is, come on into my pub, join the table and have a good time. I think I have it set to like half an hour, which is set for 45 minutes, because it's actually quite frequent. Ding. How long has it been since I played Shanghai Butchers? 2 months! Right! At this point, I feel I have so many songs on my playlist, and some of them get rarely played at all. So it's Shanghai Butchers. There were. So it's like, oh, that song! I know that song. It's been on my song list for a while. I haven't played it in ages. And at some point, it's just gonna be some obscure song. What was it last time? When I actually aborted the song request, was it? I think it was Cotton Eye Joe, because I couldn't play Cotton Eye Joe at the time, and I still can't. Because it was yeah. Yeah, because one of the songs that was just there, and so I think I already took it off the song list. Cotton Eye Joe, that is. But don't worry, Shanghai Butchers is staying. I'm just just waffling here. Yeah, I think I took it already. Yeah, I did. You should see when I take songs off the song list, I just flip them as inactive. And as a mod or as a broadcaster, you can toggle to show the inactive songs, and it's just red. There's so many red songs, the ones that have been put inactive. VHS Hurt, Oak, Ash and Thorn. I think I only played that once. And so, yeah. Not happy with that, so I'm just gonna set you as inactive. I could try and dig out Oak and Ash and Thorn at some point, maybe again. Yeah, Cat Night Joe, in Hella Be in Good Company. Of course, the Christmas songs and yeah, many inactive songs. Alan Van is now actually Alan Van is actually lost? Is it really? No, it's still there. Alan Van is still there, just set as inactive. But that was because I sort of grew sick of that song. I think I just overplayed it for a while and need a break from it. Lost as in, yeah. Ooh, Alan Vannon, lost in the inactive songs. That may have been me requesting each stream. Could be. I just remember that at some point, Alan Vannon again. And it was just, yeah, I just overplayed it for myself. Then you break from it a little bit, but it's... I need many words that I can't think of right now. I'm just gonna keep on playing. The Shang Hill Birches run tonight. You better shut your windows tight. They're sharpening the cleavers and the knives, and we're taking all the whiskey by the pint. I need to start again because I wasn't concentrating. The Shang Hill Birches run tonight. You better shut your windows tight. They're sharpening the cleavers and the knives, and taking all the whiskey by the pints. Everybody knows. If you don't, oh God, it's that. And everybody knows. If you don't mind your mother's word, don't mind your mother's words. Away, wicked wind will blow the ribbons from your curls. There we are. Hopefully. Again, I haven't played it in 2 months. The Shang Hill Birches run tonight. You better shut your windows tight. They're sharpening the cleavers and the knives, and taking all the whiskey by the pint. And everybody knows. If you don't mind your mother's words, so a wicked wind will blow the ribbons from your curls. Everybody moan, everybody shake. catch you away. They used to be just like me and you. They used to be sweet little boys, but something went horribly askew. Now killing is their only source of joy, and everybody knows if you don't mind your mother's words, so a wicked wind will blow the ribbons from your curtains. Everybody moan, everybody shake. The Shankill Butchers wanna catch you away. The Shankill Butchers on the rise. They're waiting till the dead of night. They're picking at the fingers with a knife and wiping off the cleavers on the thighs. And everybody knows if you don't mind your mother's words, so a wicked wind will blow the ribbons from your skirts. Everybody moan, everybody shake. The Shankill Butchers wanna catch you. The Shankill Butchers wanna catch you. The Shankill Butchers wanna catch you away. Away. Awake. Oh no, I should have left it unresolved. Awake. Way more spooky. Spooky, spooky. Third time's the charm. Shankill Butcher is definitely one of those songs I need to be playing some more because I actually quite enjoy it. Thank you, Reka. Thank you, Jacques. Clap peas. What? Clap peas. The image I've got in my head now with clap peas. I don't think I want to share that publicly. Thank you, Lewis. Thank you, Amazon. Oh, thank you, Oppress. I wanted to write clappies, but then it looked like clap pies. Well, and then I went phonic, but I didn't fully think it through clearly. But it made a great laugh. I thoroughly enjoyed that. Oh. A letter to Linda from Reka. Yo, Linda, old hag. There's people who actually miss you. Get your lazy butt back here and do your work. I dare you. If you stay away any longer, I may come and find you, and I will take you with me. And, I put you in my dungeon. I don't know. Reka can be quite scary if she wants to. Sounds like a jolly good time. Hi, Nostrils. Hi. Not just a bit. 555 logs. Linda! I reckon misses you. She wants you back. Could you return at some point? Cool. Cool, thank you. I told her. Dee 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 dee. Mana mana. Ba dee beep beep. That seems awfully low. Because it is. Da, 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 da. That was such a tasty playing. I especially enjoy the plings that my banjo gives me when I remove the string from the railroad spike. The little. Because on the traditional way, on a banjo you got like this little short string here. I may have explained this for the 5 millionth time, but you got this short little string here. You can capo it up with a normal capo, but the traditional ways you have railroad spikes. They're called. They're like little teeny tiny nails, and they got a hook on the end. They get hammered into the fretboard. And they just hook the string under the little nail. And it works quite well. And surprisingly, because I thought I would snap a string each time I put the string under the railroad spike, because you're constantly just essentially scraping on the string in one specific location. But I've never ever snapped a string. I've never snapped the fifth string, the short one. So it works. Meanwhile, the other capo, or the other type of capo there exists for the fifth string, is like you've got a rail here, you got a screw on. Peekaboo. Can barely see that, can you? Peekaboo. You've got a rail here, you screw onto the outside, and there you got a little sledge riding on it, and it's got a lever and it pushes down actively on the strings. That thing that goes through strings quickly. Because you've got a screw to tighten it, and when you don't untighten it all the way to move it back to its original position, you've got still this little thing, and it rubs the string over the fret, and that creates a point where it can break eventually. So yeah, little tangent on capos, but got a screw with the correct intensity. Not really. You can tighten it all the way and it's fine. Just if you don't unscrew it all the way to move the capo back to the first fret of the fifth string, then it rubs over the. So yeah, with the correct intensity, just all the way loose before you move it. Can you glue a bit of thin felt on the metal bit to keep it from eating the string? I don't think it would help, because it's still pushing down and rubbing the string over the fret. That would just make one side a bit mushy, but it would still wear the string thin. Wouldn't that muffle the sound though? No, not at all, because it's it turns that little metal finger essentially into a felty finger, and if you got felt over your fingers, or if you haven't, or you just got metal fingers, it doesn't matter, because the string constantly rests on a fret and is strung over it. So the material of the pushing finger doesn't matter. Because the fret is metal anyway. Exactly. And the fifth string is fretted as well. I still want to get my hands at some point on a fretless banjo, because that would be proper fun, but I don't think I would actually buy one. I'd love to try out one, but not buy one, in case I do not like it at all. Different picks make different sounds. The cover just changes tuning, basically. Exactly. That's in simple words what I try to explain for the last 10 minutes. Reiko, basically need you right here, and I whisper something in your ear and you explain it in simple terms that actually make sense and don't waffle around something for half an hour. Should I? Nah. We've derailed enough. Because I wanted to go on a slight. I wanted to go on a slight classical music and capo tangent, but nah, it's gonna take like half an hour. Have you heard the album Felty Finger from the Worn Out String yet? I think it was, let me just copy that. Was it? Yeah, Ad Reiko. I don't know what demon was piloting my hands when I was programming all the commands. Over a year ago. It was over a year ago. Yeah, the giggles and noises when you Google the eyes. Oh. Once you go dangly, you never go back. That's why I don't have a quote system here. And I'm not going to give any context to that. Because then it would actually make sense, and that way it's just funnier. Thank you, Saint Adler. The hopes are about to fall the empire we love, and it's free for the fire that burns them below. Roll on, Northumbria. Roll, Northumbria, roll. It was late 65 at the old Warsia. She was commissioned to haul the black tar and build the Northumbria there on the bar. Roll, Northumbria, roll. For when the Egyptians they closed the Red Sea, a call came on high from the powers that be to build a royal monster right down on the quay. Roll, Northumbria, roll, me boys. Roll, Northumbria, roll. Carpe tanker to outside the mall, from the banks of the Mersey to the port of the Law. Roll, Northumbria, roll, and fair princes ran through a bottle of wine, and watched as the giants sat down in the Tyne, and what lay ahead could no mortal divine. Roll, Northumbria, roll, me boys, roll, Northumbria, roll. And it's one for the hearts and a bond, two for the empire we love, and it's three for the fires that burns down below. Roll on Northumbria, and it's one for the hearts and a bond, two for the empire we love, and it's three for the fires that burns down below. Roll on Northumbria, roll Northumbria, roll. So come on, you go to work with me where the command that comes down an eye from the desk of a man who's never held steel or a torch in his hands. Roll, Northumbria, roll. For a top, the world breaker that cracks in her frame and spills her black guts all across the wild main, while she limps away through an ocean of flame. Roll, Northumbria, roll, me boys, roll, Northumbria, roll. And it's one for the hearts on a bar, two for the empire we love, and it's three for the fires that burns down below. Roll on Northumbria, and it's one for the hearts on a bar, two for the empire we love, and it's three for the fires that burns down below. Roll on Northumbria, roll Northumbria, roll. Oh, I do love Northumbria. I do love Northumbria. What? Automod Q held a message for reason. Sex-based terms. Get your mind to the gutter, Alan. I was talking about my testes. Ozora, hi. Hello. Thank you, Bloomis. Thank you, Meaty. Thank you, Jacques. Thank you, Element Sean. Happy 2022, everyone. Happy 2022 to you, Zora, as well. Hope you had a good journey over into the new year. Dee 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 dee. Gonna see my daddy, my grandpa. Have you seen the Cumberland Gap YouTube video? The setup for the Cumberland Gap video and the video I shot right after that isn't released yet. The setup was quite janky. I had my camera zoomed out all the way and adjusted my table all the way to the top and put the camera right under the table, and it just fit. Just so I can get the entire background on the as well as I could. But then you got the problem that any chair I have is way too high. So I got my old drummer chair that I still carry around for some reason, put it all the way to the bottom and basically had my knees behind my ears for the entire thing. It was quite janky. But hey, you gotta do what you gotta do for a YouTube video. Plus there are two angles on the Cumberland Gap video. Is it noticeable that there's an hour between filming these two angles? Because as I said, I was filming two videos at a time because I... What? Twitch, can I please actually use anything again? What? What did Twitch do? What? Rika, what did Twitch do? What did Twitch do to you? Ah, thanks. Complaining does a trick sometimes. Nothing. I did nothing at all. How many dangly bits are on that thing? To be quite frankly honest, all of them. All of them. There's a mustache, obviously. There's I think the emblem from The Witcher. There's a skull and cross wrenches from my uncle. Iron Man, need one of those, absolutely important. Yeah, there's a little fiddly bit from a gin I drank, half a 5-cent coin, many bottle caps, and most importantly a rubber ducky. You can't see a rubber ducky. Well, I think I found the source of that quote. That is exactly the source of that quote. Because it was something or other, once you go dangly, you never go back. It was just because of that. Say, yeah, filmed 2 YouTube videos at the same time, and yeah, all that stuff, and changing clothes and all that. And
Wahoo, 6 months.
Wahoo, 6 months. Midi, thank you very much. 6 months, half a year. Been together for an entire half a year. I'm sitting on my receiver back again. There we are. And again, I haven't gone with that sentence where I wanted to, because this year I wanted to take beauty a bit more seriously, other than just plonking all my VODs on there. Because I actually want to make some YouTube video content. I've already kitted up, or I already dragged down my old DSLR and gotten a proper field recorder for the audio. And getting my head back into editing videos. It's because the last time I was editing actual footage for a thing, it was still when Sony Vegas Pro 12 was out. That's by now 8 years ago? Somewhere around there? So after not editing anything for 8 years, it's basically starting fresh again. Sony Vegas, I'm using DaVinci, and it's completely different in every single way, shape, and form. It's quite a lot to wrap your head around. Especially if you want to make something decent and just throw weird shit together that looks awful. Right. That was where I wanted to go with that. Gonna readjust my chair again. There we are. And prepare to thine ear holes for the gap in the Cumberland. Oh, come on. Come on. You did it for a video. You can do it now. There we go. Cumberland Gap, gonna see my dad and my grandpa. They don't point a tail and I'm 14 miles to the Cumberland Gap. My wife's pal, we all live down in the Cumberland Gap. Cumberland Gap's a mighty fine place. 3 cans of whiskey to wash your face. If you don't care, gotta leave my David Johnson right there. Never and there when I get back, gonna race hell in Cumberland Gap. Cumberland Gap, gotta see my dad and my grandpa. Lay down Point Taylor now, 40 miles to the Cumberland Gap. Now remember why I don't do the slapping of the armrest on that banjo, because due to all the dangliness, it's very much top heavy, and it tends to topple over. Thank you, BD. Thank you, Bleemers. Thank you, Ricker. Thank you very much, Sean. Thank you, Sean. Why did I remove the cap of the Blackest Crest on the second fret anyways? already on the double C banjo, let me throw Wild Mountain Thyme in there as well. Wild Mountain Thyme. Yay, I deciphered it. The blackest crow. Old Angelina Baker, age of 43, feather sugar candy, but she wouldn't marry me. Hey, I know this song. It's Angelina Baker. I still don't know why these two fit so incredibly well together. Such a smooth and relaxing song to play. Really thoroughly enjoy playing that. Let me quickly do the bring balance to the force. How do I? Ew, I wanted to. Oh, now great. Now my chat's gone. Well, awesome. I got a little window in the ultimate queue and it was still highlighting testicles. And I wanted to get that off my screen. And then I broke everything. Awesome. Hiding. Oh, wait 1 second, let me just... Another thing that's been bothering me, is that my shirt is getting out of my... Yeah, I actually got it not on the main screen, on the second screen, so you can't see it. Ozora! Ozora! Just as I removed the word from... As I removed the word from the automatic queue, it turned back out again. Thank you, Reka. Testicles is now a permitted term. Why is that so funny? If quizzes are quizzical, what are tests? Oh, please don't put highlighters anywhere near these. I can only agree. I no matter how old I get, I will always remain a child, and I will put the word testes on my screen and I will laugh. I unpermitted again. I'd rather check messages with that every time. Good choice, Reka. Good choice. Thank you very much. Contouring is all the rage now, is it not? Sure. My mind instantly went to contouring to bring out the definition, to make it look brighter than it actually is. So make the dark background darker and make themselves lighter, contouring them into attention. And then my mind went to an Alex Steele video I recently watched, where he also talked about contouring, but contouring in steel, meaning with an engraver machine. And then my mind instantly went to, you use an engraving machine that literally cuts and pokes holes into metal and contour the gentleman's area. Yeah, because that's what I want to do. Stab down there with a metal cutting tool. That's one implement that shouldn't go down there. Not even in a million years. No matter what bet you lose. No heavy metal tool should go there. So instead of a chalkboard drawing of a member, just a CNC version. Don't kink shame. If you don't want highlighter near there, you shouldn't want a drill close. Exactly. The only place a drill should go is near a wall or a workpiece. Not nowhere else. He says and posts a GIF in Streaming Talk. Because I just got reminded of that again. Do I even still have that? Oh god, the GIFs I have saved. Not all GIFs are appropriate. Yeah. That's a thing that happened a while ago. We're still in the old room. Ooh, it was when Spatter the Dew came out. Because there's still Spatter the Dew written on my chalkboard. It's only now that I have images in my head. Reiko, to be quite frankly honest, same. Shame. Do you want to share images later on when the stream is done? I bet there's an ER doctor somewhere that has a story. Oh yes. There's a TikToker, I can't remember his name, Stevie somewhat rather. And he's always standing there in their scrubs and goes, tips from the ER. And he has pulled some weird things out of openings where these things shouldn't have been. Let's just leave it at that. We can exchange kinky images that our heads grow if that's your king. Oh, Jesus. I'm out. Bye. I have a story about overhearing colleagues going to an incident where a gentleman was having some issues with a belt sander with a work site, and they want what? The belt sander. What? What were they? What? What were they doing with a belt sander? I hope they... What? Sanding, obviously, but what were they sanding? That's the thing I'm concerned about. You don't wear... Oh... Schön. Yeah. I think I know what he... Oh, dear me. Charles were a little... For fuck's sake. I mean, on the one hand, absolutely poor person that sanded the thing away, but on the other hand, why would you put that anywhere near that? Oh... I've got images in my head now, and they're absolutely disturbing. Yeah, poor worker. Oh, gee, oh, that just hurts. That not only the one standing there and sanding there, but... What the heck did I just log on to? Yoramiko, hi. We were talking about someone that has sanded his gentleman's area on a belt sander. Reagan also does stuff like that, as with his... What? I should just play Black as Crow before the images in my head get any worse. So it's gonna be a very disturbed Black as Crow. I'm truly sorry, maybe should have in the chat with one. Oh, Bloomers, you're absolutely fine. You're absolutely fine. Just the images in my head of someone, it hurts. It really hurts. It's Bloomers, you're absolutely fine. No worries about anything. Yeah, I should just keep on singing before I just stare there in absolute silence. And a little teeny tiny bit of a derail. In the food industry, we have a saying that no days are exactly the same, like not even close. The same saying goes for streaming. When about 1.5 hours ago I was sitting there still watching Witcher, I wouldn't have thought that I would have a... How long were we talking about this? Like 20 minutes? A 20-minute long discussion about that. And that's also the fun thing about streaming. Not every story is fun, but it's very many things to talk about, and that's quite fascinating. That's also a thing I absolutely enjoy about streaming. And occasionally forgetting to breathe. Let me have a drink first. I should never stop streaming just because of these moments. Because no stream is the same. And it's awesome.
Boom. Sploosh.
Oh yeah, let's just chillax in the hot tub for a while to get these images out of our system. I should have a pina colada in my hand or something. Do I have anything here that could represent a pina colada? No, I don't. Just sipping from my tank in there. Oh no, the comfy time's over. I was just getting comfy and warm. Yes, 24/7 stream. Lol, never. Because it's already with 2 or 2.5 hour streams that I say many things that can be taken out of context. And I'm sure there are many things in the last half hour that could be taken out of context as well. I would just say things that make no sense or put me in a worse light when taken out of context. About The Witcher, will you learn play toss a coin to your Witcher? While we're already derailing, who cares? Dee 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 dee, mana mana ba dee beep beep, mana mana ba dee ba dee beep ba dee beep ba dee beep ba dee be dee be dee beep beep beep, mana mana ba dee beep, mana mana ba dee beep beep. Please hold the line. The next free worker will already be reserved for you. Do do do. 43. When a humble bard raced a ride along with Geralt of Rivia, along came the song. From where the white wolf fought the silver-tongued devil, his army of elves and his hoof they did revel. They came after me with masterful seed, broke down my lute and they kicked in my teeth. While the devil's horns minced tender me, and so cried the Witcher, we can be bleed. Just a coin to your Witcher, oh valley of plenty, oh valley of plenty, oh. Just a coin to your Witcher, oh valley of plenty. Haven't sung that in a while. At the edge of the world, find the mighty horde that banishes and breaks you and brings you to mourn. They dressed every elf far back on the shelf, high up on the mountain from whence he came. They whipped all the pest. I haven't sung that song itself. He wiped out your pest, got kicked in his chest. He's a friend of humanity, so give him the rest. That's an epic tale, the champion
Dimmu Raka gifted a tier 1 sub to MLS Cog.
Defeated the villain, now pouring some ale. Toss a coin to your Witcher, oh valley of plenty. Yeah, yes. I have it in my teeny tiny folder of music, but I rarely play it, like ever. Rika! Rika, thank you for the gifted sub. And Emil, please. I can't speak anymore. Emil, enjoy your emotes and your sub privileges. And Rika, thank you again. But the Witcher have it. Like, you know, Twitch blots and stuff. Language gymnastics sounds incredibly sexy. And stuck in my head. Yes, we did it again. This is one awesome wall you have behind you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Toss a coin to your mouthwash. Oh, please don't toss a coin to me. Please don't spend any unnecessary money on me. I do this for fun. Oh. And while I do like the wall, while I do like the optic of the wall, it's a bit short. The problem was I measured it in the old studio, in the old room, and it would have perfectly fit in the background and would have filled it completely. So I took these measurements from the old studio where the wall was literally here and just plonked it 2 meters farther back that way. So it's too short, and that's the thing that's bothering me. But all in all, I'm very pleased with the aesthetic. I like the wood, and this wall weighs 100 kilograms. So when I put it up, I assembled it on the floor and sort of gotta somehow manhandle that thing up onto the wall, and it's bloody heavy. But yeah, it's there and it's here to stay, and I'm gonna let some stronger men disassemble it. Stronger men, stronger than me, obviously, because I'm not taking that thing down. It's way too heavy. And I do not want to be crushed underneath my pallet wall. I have a permanent counter song for anything stuck in my head. But then you just got your counter song stuck in your head, haven't you? Did you see it in the latest video on Matt Wash's YouTube? Oh, Harpress, I see you're plugging my YouTube there. Oh. So, how long have we derailed the Blackest Crow? Very long time. No, but I only know him from your streams. Hi. Ooh, I should change that command. Because, as I said, this year I want to take YouTube more seriously. So it should say where my VODs and vids are. Good to put a face to a name. Hello. Hello. Oh, Jesus. I should just sing. Are we ever gonna get done with the Blackest Crow? I don't know. I could just go ahead and play the song. Oh dear. You're the perfect kind of the perfect kind of goofball for my feverish head. Don't stop. Thank you. Oh, that was just a better. No, please, can't deal with all the compliments. I'm melting. Ooh, why is very gay? Ah, thank you, Reiko. Thank you. One second, let me. They can barely see me anymore. There we are. A bit further. And there we are. I'm a puddle. I'm literally a puddle. Peekaboo. Peekaboo.
Sploosh.
Ha! You can't see me at all. Oh, for goodness sake. Hot Laura. Hello. Hello, Hot Laura. Now I'm gonna do the Blackest Crow, and if it's the last thing I ever do. We've been half an hour. Oh, I love streaming. Oh, it's amazing. Oh, dearie me. The time has come, my dearest dear, when you and I must part. How little you know the grief and woe in my poor aching heart. To sigh that suffer for your sake, the one I love so dear. I wish that I were going with you, and you were staying near. The blackest crow that ever flew, I wish could turn to white. If ever I grew false to you, bright day would turn to night. Bright day will turn to night, my love, the elements would mourn. If ever I grew false to you, the seas would rage and storm. when the wind blows high and clear, alive to me, praise send. And when the wind blows high and clear, your love, praise send to me, so that I know when you return how distant it may be. We did it! We finally played Blackest Craw! It only took like, what, half an hour? Half an hour of absolute derailment. Hi, Speedy! Hi! I like the wee fish! So do I. Oh, dearie me. Wow! Thank you, Bloomers! The train derailed for a while, but it was worth the wait. Oh, thank you, thank you. Oh. Thank you, Jacques. Thank you. Thank you, BD. Hey, Matwash, guess what? I finally found my drawing pen. Thank you, Element Son. So, Speedy, now you can stare an unreasonable amount at my face if you still want to draw that. Yes, yes, awesome. I'm very much looking forward to the drawing, Speedy. Oh, dearie me. I read earlier that was like the longest derail. Yeah, probably the longest derail ever so far. Absolutely, Hellemanson. Absolutely. Have we ever derailed for a full half an hour? I don't think so. Oh, blimey, blimey. It's also at this point where you basically find everything funny because you're already in a giggly mood. Your mood has already arisen to the plane of giggliness, so everything's sort of funny. I think one time we managed about 45 minutes. That's like half the stream. 45 minutes of chatting with fan letters and chat, did we? I mean, pro streamer, I can derail for 45 minutes and not play a song on a music stream. 45 minutes? What were we talking about? Well, on the other hand, what were we talking about today? In half an hour derail about testes. There's something about the way. There's something about the way that he's swinging across the green that makes it really funny. And whee! The peekaboo shark is amazing. I love it dearly. A screen, not green. The closeness. I love it dearly. It was the peekaboo shark initially was when we were still in lockdown and we had like these really long Sea of Thieves sessions with Reika and Josh, and at some point like it was probably already early in the morning. I could make the shark green. It was initially the rainbow shark, which I still have on a T-shirt, which is lying on my clothes rack over there. Yeah, I can make that green, and it needs a mustache, and it needs a top hat, and thus the Peekaboo Shark was born. We talked about testes for so long, and yet Bollocks Bear did not make an appearance. That needs to be rectified. Do I have the Bollocks Bear? I hope I do have the bear of many bollocks. Let me just search through my... Come on, Bollocks Bear, where are you? Anybody tuning in? Yes, we're talking about a bear with bollocks. Do I actually have the Bollocks Bear? I don't think... There we are. I missed... Yeah, the old Sea of Thieves times were amazing. But at the end, where we almost always got our entire loot and our entire work stolen, so we got nothing from it. That was quite frustrating. But the times before that, I thoroughly enjoyed those. They were amazing. Just having nothing to do at all, just playing Sea of Thieves for hours, and it was so much fun. It was so good. Is it a bear made entirely out of bollocks, or is the bear an authority over bollocks? It's just a bear with very pronounced bollocks. That's it. Oh, Hog-Eye. We did the Blackest Crow. I'm so used to talking and playing the Blackest Crow because we did it for half an hour today. Are balloons. Help it remain airborne. It's your Scarborough. It seems like it, doesn't it, Harpers? Should I have a loading song command as well? Sir Bourne would be such a good surname. It would. Install it again and we go fishing and not care for loot. Rake, I have to say, I for the first time I yeeted off my PC and then I reinstalled it and I never opened it, and then just recently I deleted off my PC again, but this time forever. The Sea of Thieves days are behind me, and I think I'm already too long out of the game to be of any use, I think. The first time I looked at the song, I found that Hog-Eye can refer to two very different things. I only know that Hog-Eye is a sort of ship or sloop or floaty thingy. Yeah, type of barge. What else can... Let me just have a Google myself. Hog-Eye. Stormy Weather Shanty Choir. Hog-Eye. Hog-Eye could also mean glass eye. Okay. Okay. Where it's likely Rudy. Well, has it got a third meaning other than glass eye and barge? Let me just have another Google. Hog-eye. Hog-eye is a small compact place sunk in a... What? A hog-eye in Missouri is a small compact place sunk in a hollow, where once several places in Missouri called hog-eye. Other uses for hog-eye or hog-eye include hog-eye marathon and relays. Okay. Hog-eye Festival in Elgin, Texas. A children's novel by Susan... I'm not going to even dare pronounce the last name. Distinctive flat-bottomed boat or barge for shallow waters. The Hawaiian blue songs as an euphemism for the... You remember how we were talking about testes earlier? It's the opposite. Okay, now I know. Been inferred and asked during singing stream. I remember that. That's why I know that it's some sort of boat, but I didn't know it was that. What I found referred to a bit of female. Exactly, nostrils. Alright, man. Before we derail for another half hour, it's already been like 10 minutes. Some verses get super... I need to have a look for Hog-Eye Man versus myself. Down my riding cane, I'm off to meet my darling Jane with a hog-eye, oh, row about your shawl with a hog-eye, steady on the jig with a hog-eye, oh, she wants the hog-eye man. Oh, the hog-eye man is a man for me, sailing down from the Wallace Sea with a hog-eye, oh, row about your shawl with a hog-eye, steady on the jig with a hog-eye, oh, she wants the hog-eye man. He came to the shag where Sally did dwell, and he knocked on the door and he rang her bell with a hog-eye, oh, row about the shore with a hog-eye, steady on the jig with a hog-eye, oh, she wants the hog-eye man. Oh, it's been years since I've been gone, or ain't rode navvy with the sea boots on with a hog-eye, oh, row about the shore with a hog-eye, steady on the jig with a hog-eye, oh, she wants the hog-eye man. Sally's on the garden, sifting sand, the hog-eye man sitting hand in hand with the hog-eye, oh, row about your shawl with the hog-eye, steady on the jig with the hog-eye, oh, she wants the hog-eye man. Oh, Sally's in the garden, shutting peas, the hog-eye man sitting on her knees with the hog-eye, oh, row about your shawl with the hog-eye, steady on the jig with the hog-eye, oh, she wants the hog-eye man. Hog-eye, damn the bedu, got chickens in his feet and he can't wear shoes with a hog-eye, oh, row about your shawl with a hog-eye, steady on the jig with a hog-eye, oh, she wants the hog-eye man. Oh, and me down my riding cane, I'm off to meet my darling Jane with a hog-eye, oh, row about your shawl with a hog-eye, steady on the jig with a hog-eye, oh, she wants the hog-eye man. done something very similar, or exactly that, in a verse of Holloway Joe. In a very old songbook. I didn't see it and just took a picture as I was excited to find such an old book with a song I know, and the poster, then realized and had to massively ooh. But yeah, Bloom is, it's especially dealing with folk songs, there are a lot of N words in there, because at the olden times it was just a word. And I can totally get why nowadays you censor the songs. For example, Old Monk Picking on a Banjo is heavily censored. What was the ITMA? ITMA? I think it was the ITMA. There were some very cursive verses on Old Monk Picking on a Banjo. It was still a slur back then, just was seen as acceptable. Yeah, it was just different times. It was just a word, even if it was still meant rudely. It was just normal speech back then. Some verses. Did I miss anything? Yeah. So I can totally get why either some verses get absolutely forgotten and buried in history, and it's good that way because they're genuinely quite racist. Because in the olden times, people were very much racist. And these verses can definitely stay away. They can stay in history where they belong and nowhere else. But some verses, especially with Old Joe Clark, when I was researching that song, they weren't racist, but they were quite cursy and still a bit insulting. But it was just more general insults, and I just rewritten them a bit to make them more acceptable for Twitch, because they were just fun verses. I mean, we have loads of verses for some of these folk songs, and we today have the freedom to pick. Yeah, that's a fun thing about folk, to pick whatever verses we like. So we just forget the racist, sexist, etc. ones. If the song has none without, better write some new lyrics for that nice. Exactly. That's also the immensely fun thing about folk, because there are so many million different versions of any given song. When I was doing Cumberland Gap, for example, I was watching the video when it was still in the to be released state. And all of a sudden I got immensely many versions of Cumberland Gap, immensely many versions of Cumberland Gap. Many of these had like 2 views, some that had like 500 views. But there are so many versions of Cumberland Gap, and all are so different. They all got, you can see they got the same roots as my version, for example, but they are sung and played completely differently. And so pleased that the majority sees language indeed as fluid, and that lyrics can be adapted for the times. Those that think that it's okay just because it was seen as acceptable once, problematic. Language is very much fluid. And again, that's exactly the fun thing about folk. For example, when you look at classical music, you got the manuscript exactly as Bach or Mozart or Beethoven or whoever wrote it, Shostakovich, wrote it, and you gotta play it exactly like they intended. So it's a very strict and very perfectionistic way or approach to music. And when it was a at my high school, we had to learn an instrument. So I learned organ, and we learned classical music. So we had to learn in that perfectionistic way. And that's when I got so immensely drawn to folk recently, because it's the exact opposite. It's folk music. It's people for folk. People played by folk for folk, which is just, again, you can play similar versions together, or you can just mash up different versions, and it always just sounds good. And if there's a verse in there that you don't like, or or you think would benefit from something else, just put it in there. It's literally the folk way of doing it. That's literally what they did. Folk songs from the beginning were such a fluid thing as well. They were just almost like a second language, so to speak. Because folk songs rarely were written down. They were, some guy came up, was sitting on his front porch and sung a song. Another guy came along, and that guy taught that guy that song. And then there were already 2 different versions of that song. Because everyone changes a little bit and adds a little bit, subtracts a little bit. That's the immensely cool thing about... I could rant about this for hours, can you tell? And that's the immensely cool thing about folk. Because all of the songs come from the same roots, but they're all completely different, and you could do what you want, and you don't have to learn a manuscript perfectly, and you can just make your own music for the sake of making music, and it's so good. Oh my god, it's good. Talk about folk music over. Come and see my TED talk about folk music. Just me being excited about folk. I still think that even classical musicians would be glad that they're still being played, even if my tongue is tired. Even if different from the original. It's just some people today that gatekeep classical music. It's also the way you've been taught classical music, because if you... Oh, my tankard is empty. If you're being taught classical music, you're being taught in the perfectionistic style. Of course, you have a little bit of leeway, like can do a ritardando here, or accelerando here, or play a bit louder, play a bit quieter. Have the tempo a bit more fluid and stuff. But at the end of the day, it's really just the same piece being played over and over and over and over and over and over again. You can't just go ahead and say, I'm going to play Flight of the Bumblebee, and it's still being Flight of the Bumblebee when you change most of the stuff. We'll rant and we'll roar like true German streamers, will rant and will roar all on the Twitch sea. Yeah, but I think folk music is just such a... To round it off and bring a closure to that topic, folk music is just so vastly different and yet samey and immensely creative part of music history, and I enjoy it a lot. My tongue is tired, my hand is tired, and I think we're gonna finish after Metal and Gwyn's. I guess the way that music is passed down causes that to an extent. Exactly, yeah. Classic music was typically noted on score with the little composer's notes and stuff. Yep. So it was more prescribed on what they intended. Folk is much more based in storytelling and passing down tales, exactly, and lessons by speech, yes. So they would naturally adapt and change, which, as with accents and regions, with other methods of verbal communication. My mouth is tired. Exactly. That's also a big part of folk music. That's also why I don't have a score or anything of my stuff. I just have the lyrics and chords, and that's it. At some point you just sit down and that's the way with Wild Mountain Thyme. And at some point you just sit down, relax, play the banjo, and then you just start fiddling around and start playing Wild Mountain Thyme, and then you like the version more than the version you did before. And that's exactly the cool thing about folk. You make your own stuff. So immensely creative. Wrong song. Oh, let me have another drink before I get too excited about folk again and we derail for another half hour. 1 hour ago, we have started the testes derail. Come, and the trees are sweetly blooming, and the wild mountain thyme grows among the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go, and we'll all go together to poor wild mountain thyme, all among the blooming heather. Go. If my true love he were gone, I would surely find another where wild mountain thyme grows among the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go, and we'll all go together to poor wild mountain thyme. Go. Oh, the summertime has come, and the trees were sweetly blooming, and the wild mountain thyme grows among the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? Oh, there's one thing I want to do before I end the stream. Oh, I say before I end the stream, we still have Metal and Gwyn's, which will be our last song. Still one thing I want to do. Thank you, Space Maria. Thank you, Zog. Not Raid Paul. Create new poll. Thank you, Element Sean. at that. Additional votes. Stashes per vote. Yeah, let's also vote with stashes. Let's make a 2-minute poll. Star poll. Because would you enjoy gaming streams? Because recently I I found quite a few games I would like to play and stream. And here's a question: if you actually would enjoy watching these, it's like Pico Park and Unpacking, which are just very chill games actually. And with Pico Park, you can all join in and we can play together and have a grand time. And Unpacking, I saw a stream by Johnny Chiodini. I saw it recently, but the stream was like an entire year ago. Well, yes, 9 votes. I think that's quite clear. And Unpacking is just such a incredibly chill and relaxed game that maybe would enjoy streaming. The music streams are definitely gonna stay, but maybe some additional gaming streams if the plans I have for this year are panning out. 10 votes for you. I think it's very conclusive that it's absolutely yes. I wanted to make a Malcolm in the Middle joke, but you can only have like 5 different answers. One is yes, no, maybe, I don't know. Can you repeat the question? You're not the boss of me now, and you're not so big. Life is unfair. I think I bought myself Unpacking or got it in Epic when it was free. Not sure. Unpacking is you're basically unpacking stuff from when you move, but there's a story being told because it's all the same person unpacking, and discovering the person is discovering the story is just, and the way it's been told, like you are unpacking shit, and there's a story element, no text, no nothing. It's so good, and the sound design, oh my god, it's so good. Hey Bloom has contributed 1,000 channel points. Well, gaming streams are happening. Yeah. All of the above. Sounds like therapy. It is. It's also quite a therapeutic game. I played the first level to get like the controls down and see how it's actually played. And it's so good. I just wanted to keep on playing. Oh, so good. So good. I know it did that. It better noise. When I started streaming, I always wanted to do gaming streams, but I felt like I'm not when I watch my old streams back, it's basically just yeah. yeah. It was just a nervous laughter and the occasional word that came out of me. So first of all, I wanted to become a better presenter, so I don't just stand there and say nothing for 5 hours. I wanted to become a better presenter and have a gameplay as well. There were some other votes in there too, just not me. Could also have been Bloomers carrying the entire vote. But I may have made the results inflated. The results were, I think from that poll, the results were quite clear because none of the others were voted for. Normally when I put a joke answer in there other than yes and no, it's always the joke answer below that. And was just unanimously yes, 100%, not even a single other one. So I just the yes was pressed harder than it normally would have been, but it was unanimous anyway, so I don't mind. Let's see how that goes, because how long have I played Metal and Gwyn's? 2 months. 2 months. Let me quickly close the song list now. I keep reaching for my glass, even though I know it is absolutely empty. Oh. Memories like voices that call in the wind. Metal and Gwyn, Metal and Gwyn, whispered and tossed on the tide coming in. Metal, oh Metal and Gwyn, voices like songs that are heard in the dawn. Metal and Gwyn, Metal and Gwyn, singing the secret of children unborn. Metal, oh Metal and Gwyn. Dreams like the memories once born on the wind. Metal and Gwyn, Metal and Gwyn, lovers and children and copper and tin. Metal, oh Metal and Gwyn. Dreams like the castles that sleep in the sand. Metal and Gwyn, Metal and Gwyn, slip through the fingers or held in the hand. Metal, oh Metal and Gwyn. Songs like the dreams that the bow maiden spins. Metal and Gwyn's, Metal and Gwyn's, weaving the song of the cry of the tin. Metal, oh Metal and Gwyn. Metal and Gwyn's, Metal and Gwyn's. Metal, oh Metal and Gwyn. Oh, dearie, dearie me. What a stream this has been. What a stream this has been. Twitch is being loud again. Coolio, let me put on some music. Shall we have Foggy? Let's have Hills of Mexico, because why not? Thank you, Sean. Thank you, Manson. Now let's see who's online and bothered. Thank you very much. Ooh, a fan letter to Linda. Ooh. Ooh. Let me have a quick peek. Okay. If there's any streamer you want to raid, you have your chance now. Because otherwise we're gonna be raiding Musical Rich. Come at us 22. We are ready. We're singing. Yeah, let's raid Musical Rich. Did it work? Ooh, this channel is intended for mature audiences. So, no talk about testes over there. Thanks for watching is what good for Eureka. Thank you for modding and thank you for staying around and putting up with a half-hour derail about testes. Bloomers, thank you for stopping by, and everyone else, thank you for stopping by as well. It's been awesome. It's been awesome. As I said, no streams are exactly the same, and today was a prime example why that sentence is true. Thank you, Elementor. Thank you. So, everyone who was actively chatting with me about testes, thank you very much. It was very enjoyable. And if you were just listening to it, lurking, thank you as well, because it's fun seeing a nice view number. So everybody, thank you. So, oh, I'm a bad streamer. I almost forgot the rate thingies. Like, here, these are. Don't get testy about the bollocks, chat. Went up to the cowboy. Everybody, thank you so much, and I will see you maybe at a gaming stream. I don't know yet. Goodbye.
An anonymous user gifted a tier 1 sub to Nightbot.
Oh, General Taylor came today. Yeah. Goodbye. I was about to say something very dirty.